Hey guys, so my first official YouTube video is finally up. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a basic gash using scar wax and cream paints. I'm also still trying to figure out this whole editing software YouTube thing, so please forgive me if these videos are a little awkward or I'm stumbling or the editing is choppy. I promise that I am going to get better with time, so please be patient with me. Thank you guys so much for waiting. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you enjoy this video. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is marking out where I want the cut to be. You don't necessarily need to do this, I just do it for a layout. And this one is a Ben Nye color wheel. It's called Brews and Abrasions. And for this cut, I'm just going to be doing it in a straight line, so I'm just mapping out where I want it. So I'm going to be using Ben Nye Nose and Scar Wax for this cut. The nice thing about wax to me is that you can actually reuse it. So you can see I have some wax that's colored red and it has some blood on it, but I just use that for inside texture. Because listen, makeup can get really expensive, so when you reuse this stuff, it's like unlimited supply. But anyways, so I'm getting a dirty piece of scar wax. You don't need to have it dirty, this is just my preference because I reuse it, and I'm just going to be smearing it along where I mapped out the cut. Scar wax is really sticky, so I recommend getting some Vaseline and smearing it on your fingers just so it'll smooth better. I didn't, just because I didn't have any on hand, but I definitely recommend this for beginners. Once it's all smoothed out, I'm going to be taking a spatula and going in with the clean scar wax. Now I'm smoothing it in between my fingers to make a little worm, and again, I would highly recommend Vaseline. So I pulled both of these apart just because you need two pieces, so I'm rolling both of them in my hand to make little worms. So now I'm taking one of those pieces and I'm just gonna set it flat against where the inside texture is. Once it's in the shape you want it to be, I'm going to be smoothing it out with my fingers. Some people use spatulas for this, but just to get it flat down against the skin, I first use my fingers. And now I'm just doing the same exact thing to the other side. And to avoid this thing called the volcano effect, where your skin looks like it's actually like a volcano, you need to smooth it down with your fingers against the actual gash on the inside. And then I'm going to be taking my spatula and just scraping off the excess scar wax, because that usually tends to happen, especially since scar wax wrinkles so quickly. Whenever you move, it'll just fall right off. So now I'm just smoothing down the general area, making sure the volcano effect isn't there. You want the actual skin, unless it's an exit wound, to be completely flat. For the inside texture, I like to grab a spatula and just kind of create whatever jaggedy effect I want on my gash. I'm going to be going back in with the Brews and Abrasions wheel and grabbing the darkest colors there are. And I'm putting these colors where the deepest places of the actual cut would be. It's deep enough to where it could be like a dark brown or a black. Now I'm going over it with some more red. And I'm just putting it all over, and even on the outside of the cut where the scar wax is, just to make it look like it's irritated on the outside. And then the fun part. So I'm going to be grabbing some aged blood. This is from TaylorMade, my local makeup store. And the reason why I'm using aged blood is because it's just a little bit darker than the regular colored blood. And I don't know, I just feel like it looks like it's more rotten and gross almost. So I'm taking some blood on my spatula and I'm going on the inside of the deepest part of the cut. And after you place it in the deepest part of the cut, you really just smear it wherever you think is most appropriate. And because each skin tone is completely different and this scar wax is just a generalized skin tone, I like to grab a spray bottle with some blood in it mixed with water and just spray it directly on the cut. And you obviously want to grab a napkin and wipe up the excess blood and stuff. You don't want it to be like drippy everywhere and make it look like you're just trying to cover bad blending. I just personally like to do it because it just evens out the skin tone and makes the skin look like more irritated, even, you know, not even directly on the actual wound, but just around. So for the rest of this video, I really was just messing around with it the whole time. You can do whatever you want with it, make it bloodier, make it not as bloody. But yeah, this is how you do a really basic gash. And once again, for real, thank you guys so much for being so patient with this YouTube channel thing. I feel like once I get this video up and I start to get more views and everything, they're gonna come out, you know, a lot better and less rambly. So just please keep being patient. I love all you guys so much. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I appreciate it more than words can even express. But anyways, thank you so much for watching.